you. Well, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really fully explain where we're headed, but hopefully it'll give you a sense of what we've been doing over the last year since we've all been together. And I know some of you have had interaction, hopefully most of you have had interaction with our team pretty regularly. And those who are not Surefire customers, that's okay. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully there's something you'll learn today, either in the sessions we've already had or the breakouts, which take it to another level, that intrigue you, make you want to learn more, make you want to dabble in our Surefire platform. But, you know, where we're headed, so let's see if I can figure this out. All right, hold on. There we go. So many of you may have known that last year about this time, Top of Mind took an investment from an outside private equity firm to drop some more capital in the business. And part of the reason I'm here and some of the new faces we've talked about is because of that investment. So Primus Capital is the name of the company who did that. They came in and, like I said, were able to invest in the business. The founders are still involved. You've already heard from David, who was up here, Shay, who was just on the stage, Mark Green, who's founder and CEO, who many of you may know, is still on the board, still involved as an advisor, and still very interested and involved in our business. But that investment allowed us to do other things as well. I'm very proud to say that some people take the external capital they get and just kind of now turn it into a business that's all about trying to make money for that new investor. And what I mean by that is they'll invest in marketing or sales. And what marketing and sales are great for is generating new revenue for that current investor. But what we did is we invested in account management teams, customer support. We've grown our technology team by threefold. Those investments are investments in you. Those don't help the next customer. Those investments help the current customer. And that's where we wanted to put our money, because we knew we had ground to make up. Everybody from Top of Mind that's in this room has not been happy about where we've been from a product perspective over the last year, but we've been working really hard to try to get better, and this investment was a first start. This investment was squarely made to try to get people that can help us make better product, that can put us on the path to a vision and a strategy for delivering on the promises that have fallen short or been empty. And I will say the one thing Top of Mind has always done is we've always had great people who've taken an interest in your business and trying to do right by you. And so I think that's why many of you are still in this room, is even though you've been frustrated with the struggles of a product, we're really heading in the right direction. So, you know, turning that to what's next, like I said, we made an investment in technology. We hired a CTO. We've grown that team from a team of 5 or 6 to a team of 20 in 7 short months, and it's going to grow to larger than that. We've scaled our people. We've invested more in customer support and account management, and that takes time to get people up a learning curve, but we squarely made investments in trying to make your experience different than it's been in the last 18 months. And along that investment path, we really have built an office in Cleveland, which of all places seems odd to build an office, but that's where our CTO is from. And we're building kind of a center of technology excellence there where our technology team will all be together, whereas historically we've had a very remote workforce, which is part of our culture, and it works well, and it puts us closer to our customer. But from a technology perspective, you can get real momentum by having your people be together. So we're very excited, and you can see increasing headcount by 50% year to date. That's an investment in you in this room. And now we got to execute. We got to put those people to work, and I think we're making really good progress. You know, yes, I'm going to call this a stab at a public-facing roadmap. Many of you would be like, well, that's great, Bill, you've got some things up there, but I don't see any dates. Imminent is cool, what's next is fine, but are we talking about, you know, top of mind, we hear things and then we don't see things? Well, I think we've done a much better job very recently. Matter of fact, we're only, 5 months into this year, and what's ready, that list on the left, is what we've put out in just this 5 short month period. So I don't know how many of you people know about what those things are, what they're doing, but we've enhanced single property sites. We put round robin, which is call allocation for call center stuff, referral tracking. We now allow you to print through SF3 as opposed to you could only really do print execution in SF2, meaning kind of post-close print capability. We've got a shadow or a sandbox environment. If you are a big organization and you want to get a little bit more comfortable with how a new feature or functionality is going to perform before you put it into production and test a deployment and have a big oops, we've now got an environment where you can try those things out. And then, as many of you know, if you've been longtime customers, in 3.0 we've had limited reporting. We've now got very enhanced reporting. We've got more coming with reporting in terms of data exchange and data availability. But what's imminent, and what I mean by imminent, is not 2 years imminent. It's it's weeks away from imminent. Is what we're calling power calls, auto dialing. We can probably give you some people, if you're interested in learning more about that, track down some of our product folks who might be here who give you a little sneak peek at that. But it's similar in functionality to, I don't know, David, what would be the...
It's a breakout. They can come to the breakout.
We've got a breakout session for it?
Yeah, for power calls. I'm leading.
I should pay better attention. So Maggie May back there is a breakout session that's focused exclusively on this feature, and it's very close. It's exciting. It obviously will allow you to do kind of 3 times the calling in the same amount of time. If you're using a tool like PhoneBurner and spending $150 a month on using a tool like PhoneBurner, this is going to be not all that same functionality, but very comparable functionality baked right into Surefire at a much different price point than $150 a month. Enhanced lead management, there's also a breakout for that. And that is stuff we're working on right now with a lot of feedback from some of our key customers about how we do better with inbound leads, putting them on workflows, enhancing that experience, making it easier for you to do, keeping those people on a hook who get set, because we all know it's about catching the lead as they come in quicker and keeping it. And so these, in the what's imminent, we're talking weeks, not years. And then what's next? Friendlier UI. When we moved from 2 to 3 in Surefire 2.0, for those of you who've been longtime customers, we did almost everything for you in 2.0. That's why it was easy. You didn't have to do much. 3.0, we built this really powerful platform, which is cool, it had a lot of great capability, but you had to know how to do it. Now, you saw during Jonas's presentation, whipping through some cool stuff on how you tag and group and deploy, and you're like, well, yeah, that's easy. You guys do this every day. And it literally took them 30 seconds to do something that you probably like, 1, I didn't even know I could do that, and 2, there's no way I'm ever going to figure that out. We got to do a better job of enabling you through training, through documentation, through video. It's almost like Shay's storytelling. We've got to figure out how you want to consume information in a format that makes sense for you and get it to you in that format so that, the 8-second attention span, you can consume it in 8 seconds and understand how to do some of that enhanced lead management. Friendlier UI. Friendlier UI, it's not a project, it's going to be a philosophy. Everything we do now going forward has to be with the lens that it's got to be easy, it's got to be engaging, it's got to be something that you can figure out pretty quickly or it's not worth doing because you won't use it. And then mobile. I know you've all wanted us to have a mobile presence. Well, we actually do have a mobile presence. You heard about it, Simple Nexus. If you're a Simple Nexus user, that's a great mobile presence. Our contacts, are in that experience, and it exchanges information, pushes it into our system, and it also allows you to manage some content information in their mobile experience. But we're also going to have a mobile experience of our own for those who aren't also Simple Nexus customers, although we'd prefer you to be a Simple Nexus customer. But yes, we know the market has wanted us to move in that direction. And partner portal is things we've heard the market talk about, having an environment where that whole ecosystem can participate, whether it's referral partners, agents, builders, other people in the ecosystem. We're going to have that portal which allows those participants to play. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And then 10.03, as odd as that sounds, again, with tools like Simple Nexus, which if you're a customer, you've already got it. You don't need ours. But we have a lot of customers who are still on Surefire 2 who are using our baked-in 10.03. And as we migrate those customers from 2 to 3, they're going to want an answer for that. And not everyone is going to want to make an investment in an alternate solution. So we might have a carryover from our old platform to our new, where we have a basic 10.03. The challenge there is the rules are changing, formats changing in 2020. So how deep do we want to go that rather than just leverage great partner relationships we have with people who already do this every day? So more to come there, but we are thinking about what that means. And then personal video integration. It's you can't turn your head without people saying, you know, can you offer that? Do you use BombBomb, Vidyard, Cyrano Systems, which you heard me mention is a partner that's here. They've got a booth set up outside. They've got a couple pop-ups. They're actually new entrant into the market. We do have BombBomb integration that we just launched today, so if you do that, you can have some basic integration in Surefire. But one of the things we're going to do is with Cyrano as our partner, natively enable some of that video capability in the Surefire app. So you can have workflow of content, video content. You can have tracking of what got sent or said. You can have transcription of the video into text, so your compliance people have an idea about what was actually said in a video. So the Cyrano integration, which will come later, should be powerful and embedded. But they're outside and they can show you their tool if you want to just get started, even though it's not tightly integrated today. If your LOs want to use a really cool, more cost-effective video tool, it's an option. So that's all that's coming. That's where we're headed. There's some of the things like the two in the middle, Power Call and Enhanced Lead Management, are two breakouts. The Tech Trinity has a breakout as well to dive deeper into kind of how that works in Surefire. So I'll get off the stage and allow Adam to direct you where you go, but as he said, we're kind of ahead of schedule, which is a miracle. So you can take a break. Don't disappear, because it gets really good now with the detailed content about how you do some of the things we talked about up here. But I just wanted to thank you for the time and your commitment to us and being here and participating. Take a quick break. I'll hand you over to Adam, and he'll show you where we're headed after that.